Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I hope everyone is doing good. I hope everyone is preparing well for the exam. So, as your exams are going to approach, I am going to discuss some of the points that I know to help you out regarding your preparation at this time. This is the peak time, right? Let us discuss some of the points. So without any delay, let's get started. The first thing that you need to do when your exams are approaching is that you need to prepare a schedule for yourself. You need to prepare it on your own because you need to fit into that schedule, right? We know that in any subject, there is a particular part in that subject. 30 to 40% of the subject is very important. What I mean to say is that if you are perfect in the 30 to 40%, then you are easily going to gain at least 75% of the marks. You also know that, right? How can you get to know what is that 35 to 40%? You can get to know them by analyzing the previous question papers, model papers. You can get to know them when your teacher emphasizes you to read a particular question. Right, our teachers regularly post some of the questions that are really important, that they are going to come in the final examinations. In this way, whenever they are saying a particular question, you need to note it down. And one more thing is that by using question banks, in 10th class we used to make a use of all-in-one, right? Like that, question banks are also available subject wise. So what you need to do is that you need to note all the important questions, and first of all you need to work on them, how to present them as neatly as possible. Be perfect in writing that answer, such that in the examination hall you are going to write that answer so fast without wasting any time on that question. You need to practice writing fastly. You should not waste time at the examination hall, right? So you need to be perfect at that 30 to 40%, which are going to gain you 75% of the mark. You need to memorize. You need to make it a habit of memorizing. Then only you are going to remember that particular answer for a long time. Right? How can you do that? You can do that by teaching it to someone. You can put down all your points on a paper. I have this habit. I write a lot. Whatever I read, I write it. I remember for a long time. You can use flashcard technique, but make sure that you are using this technique for the answers you know. Flashcard technique is very helpful to you to memorize the answers. If you are not memorizing it, then it will be difficult to you at the examination time to recollect the answers and put on paper. You can maintain a doubts notebook and a mistakes notebook so that it will be easy to you where you are getting wrong and which part do you need to correct. And you can work on how better you can answer that particular question. So many have exam fear, right? I am telling about those people who get panic easily, who are afraid of exams. You should not be afraid of exams. Reduce your anxiety, okay? It's obviously fine. You will do better in your exam. Don't feel nervous. Just revise whatever you have read the whole year, right? Nothing more you are going to do. You need to stay healthy. Eat well. Eat healthy food. Okay? Take ample amount of sleep. I see persons who sleep only 3 hours a day when exams are approaching. No. What if your body is not able to sustain that? What if your body is not able to adapt to it? Sleep. There is nothing wrong in sleeping by having exam. Have enough sleep. Eat good food. Take care of your health. If you take care of your body, then it means that you are taking care of your brain also, right? You need to take care of your brain. You should not have headaches at the examination hall while attempting the answer. You should not have fever while attending the exam, right? So stay healthy. Don't neglect this part. While studying also, while revising also, take breaks. Taking breaks helps you a lot. It reduces stress. What I used to do is that I used to study at a stretch 30 minutes. 30 minutes I used to study with full concentration, but after 30 minutes I make sure that I go out of the room. I have a habit of reading in a room, keeping my doors closed, how I am doing right now. Just step out of the room and speak something to my parents or speak something to my sister and brother. That is what I do. Or I listen to a song. I drink water. I eat something if I want, otherwise I won't. And I sit calmly, revising whatever I read the past 30 minutes. I just think of it. If I feel that I did not read enough and I am not able to recollect what I have read in the past 30 minutes, after 10 minutes, when I start reading again, I make sure that I revise whatever I read the past 30 minutes. In this way, I can remember it for a long time, right? Make it a habit. If you don't want to get up as often, read 1 hour at a stretch if you can and take a break. Just 5 minutes break is enough just to refresh your mind. You would be dumping everything into your brain, right? It also needs gap to process what you have read. It need to store it so that you will be able to deliver it at the right time. Don't think of the syllabus that you are not good at. Don't get tensed by thinking that you need to cover a lot of portion. Many of them are afraid that exams are approaching and they have a lot of syllabus left over. They need to study a lot, right? First of all, take that out from your brain. First thing you need to do is that work on the concepts that you are perfect at. Okay? Just revise them and then go to the topics that you don't know. Study them. But don't get panicked that you have this much syllabus to complete. Okay? Don't neglect the part that you are good at by focusing too much on what you are not good at. Okay? You need to remember that you are good at a small part of syllabus, right? Just sit calmly and start studying. Tell your brain that it is simple to do and it will be simple to do. Revise regularly. During this period, the timings you maintain is very important. Some people love to study in the mornings because they find it more productive when they read at that time. Some people like to study at night times. So prefer your own time. There is no rule that you need to study only at the mornings or only at the evenings. Study according to your wish, which is convenient to you. You can follow it. There is nothing wrong. What I feel is that during morning, as soon as I wake up, my mind will be fresh. So I will be completing the theory part. And while I feel sleepy, like in the afternoon, what I do is that I do math. Everyone says that right before the exam, don't study anything new, right? Everyone says that. I heard that a lot from so many people. That is true if the exam is right before a week. But as you have 30 to 40 days, it is good enough to start studying a question or a concept that you are not aware of. It's perfectly alright if you learn new things right now, new questions right now. It is perfectly alright because you have ample time. Okay? But if you have only 1 week for the exams, then skip this process and don't study anything new. Whatever you read and whatever subject you are reading and however you are reading, make it a habit of preparing a checklist. Build up a tracker for yourself. And after completing it, just put a tick mark. Okay? You need to make it a habit. You need to make an analysis of how you are studying and what you are studying. Not only in studying, in your regular activities also, make it a habit to maintain a tracker. It will be very beneficial to you. One more good habit is that when you complete reading a particular concept or a particular question, make it a habit of summarizing the whole thing within 3 to 4 sentences so that you will get to know whether you have understood it or not. So that you are able to put them down on paper right at the examination time or not. Follow this tip. Make it a habit. As soon as you completed reading a topic or as soon as you completed reading an essay or a question, don't write the whole thing. Just write the key points or just summarize the whole thing and deconstruct the whole thing and just compress the whole thing into 4-5 points and write them. By doing this, another advantage is that you will make sure that you are reading with your full concentration because you must write after reading this particular topic, right? So you will read with full concentration without any distractions and you will have that fear that you need to put down on paper later. So this is the best time management tool that is handy to you So make it a habit. One more thing that you need to do is that while studying, surrender your phone to your parents. That is the best thing you can do. Tell them, while I am studying, don't give me the phone. Whoever calls me, whoever messages me, I just wanted to be focused on my studies. So don't give my phone to me until I come out of my room, until I step out of my room. That is what I used to do. I don't have phone when I am studying my intermediate. I got my first phone after I joined my degree. So there was no everyone problem. Is having phone. I know that because my sister and brother use phone a lot. So that is the reason I am telling you. If you are using phone, if you are addicted to phone, then what you can do is that you just surrender your phone to your parents. And one more thing that you can do in order to bring a thought that exams are appearing is that change your password. How is it going to help you is that it is going to remind you that exams are appearing. You need to crack that exam. You need to score the good marks in that exam. In such a way, you need to change your password. For example, you can put your password as topper. Let it be your topper, right? Who said no? Change your password to topper. So whenever you are going to type it, your mind is going to recollect that you have to study right now because you need to become topper, right? So this is the best tip. Make use of it. Change your password into that word or into that number that reminds you about the exam, and you can study with more enthusiasm. You should avoid some of the things. You need to stop studying in groups. I know group study is beneficial, but at the time when you have 30 to 40 days, it's good. But at the last minute, you should absolutely avoid group studies. You should only revise. Whatever you know, you should revise. So these are some of the tips that I wanted to give you that you can follow exams. I hope you are going to do the best. If I missed out any tips, let me know in the comment section so that other students are also going to get to know. All the best for your exams. If you like this video useful, don't forget to subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon. Also share it to your friends and family members who are in need of this video and put it a like. Thank you for joining me. See you soon in the next video. Let me know on which topics you want me to do the video.